Short story 152, The Big City Adventure. Lina stared out the train window, a knot of nerves twisting in her stomach. The bustling city of Brighton was a far cry from her quiet village life. She clutched her worn backpack, the only familiar thing in this sea of unfamiliar faces and towering buildings. Lina had always dreamt of experiencing the city buzz. She devoured travel blogs and documentaries, captivated by the vibrant energy and endless possibilities. Now, here she was, finally taking the leap. Her aunt, Maya, lived in Brighton and had offered Lina a place to stay while she looked for a job. Maya worked at a cosy bookstore called Turning Pages, a haven for bookworms like Lina. Taking a deep breath, Lina gathered her courage and stepped onto the bustling platform. Following the map on her phone, she navigated the maze of people and luggage, finally reaching the exit. The city air was crisp, filled with the honking of taxis and the distant cry of seagulls. Lina found a bus stop and waited, studying the map intently. A friendly woman with bright red hair noticed her struggle. "Lost, are you?" she asked kindly. Lina, relieved, explained her situation. The woman, Sarah, smiled warmly. "Turning Pages. Great little shop. Just down the street. Follow me." Sarah led Lina through a charming cobbled street, lined with independent shops and cafes. Finally she pointed to a quaint storefront with a bright blue awning and overflowing window boxes. Turning Pages. Lina felt a wave of excitement. Pushing open the door, a warm wave of familiar bookish smells greeted her. Old paper, leather, and that special scent of countless stories waiting to be discovered. Behind the counter stood Maya, a woman with warm brown eyes and a smile as bright as the shop's awning. She threw her arms around Lina in a hug. "There you are! I was starting to worry." After catching up, Maya introduced Lina to her co-workers. Tom, a quiet man with a passion for poetry, and Emily, a bubbly girl who loved recommending books to customers. They all welcomed Lina with open arms. The days that followed were a whirlwind of new experiences. Lina helped out at the bookstore, shelving books and chatting with customers. She learned about their favourite reads and discovered hidden gems for herself. Maya took her to explore the city, the iconic pier, the bustling beach filled with colourful beach huts, and the royal pavilion, a dazzling palace straight out of a fairy tale. One rainy afternoon, Lina was restocking the shelves when a young man with kind eyes and a nervous smile approached her. "Hi," he said, his voice barely a whisper. I'm looking for a book on marine biology." Lina helped him find the perfect book, a colourful guide filled with detailed pictures. They talked for a while, discovering a shared love for the ocean and a dream of travelling the world. His name was Alex, and he was a student studying marine science. In the evenings, Lina wandered the city streets, marvelling at the vibrant street art and the cosy pubs filled with laughter. She felt a sense of belonging she hadn't expected. The city, once overwhelming, now felt like a place of endless possibilities. One day a customer came into Turning Pages looking for a specific travel guide, the one Lina had been reading on her phone just that morning. "It's the perfect guide for a backpacking trip across Southeast Asia," she told him, sharing her dream destinations. The customer, a travel writer named Mark, was intrigued. He ended up staying for hours, talking about his adventures and offering advice on Lina's travel plans. He even suggested she check out a travel blogger event happening the next weekend. The event was everything Lina had hoped for. She met other young travellers, exchanged stories, and learned about budgeting tips and hidden gems. There was even a panel discussion about starting a travel blog, something Lina had secretly been considering. A week later, Lina sat in a coffee shop, her laptop buzzing with activity. She had started a simple blog, Lina's City Escapes, sharing her Brighton adventures and budding travel aspirations. Looking around the bustling cafe, a smile spread across Lina's face. The city that had once felt daunting now felt like a springboard to her future. She knew her journey was just beginning, but with a backpack full of experiences and a heart full of dreams, she was ready to explore the world, one adventure at a time. Vocabulary notes. Main story. Bustling. Very busy and full of activity. Example, the bustling city of Brighton. Nerves. Feeling of anxiety or worry. Example, a knot of nerves twisting in her stomach. Leaping. Taking a big step or chance. Example, finally taking the leap. Haven. A place of safety, comfort or peace. Example, a haven for bookworms. Maze. A confusing network of paths or passages. Example, navigating the maze of people. Intently. With great focus and concentration. Example, studying the map intently. Whirlwind. A period of rapid activity or change. Example, the days that followed were a whirlwind. Shelving. Putting books in their proper place on a shelf. Example, Linda helped out at the bookstore shelving books. Gems. Hidden or valuable things. Example, discovering hidden gems herself. Dazzling. Extremely bright and impressive. Example, a dazzling palace. Nervous smile. A smile that shows someone is a little bit shy or worried. Example, a young man with kind eyes and a nervous smile. Shared love. A feeling of liking something the same way as someone else. Example, discovering a shared love for the ocean. Marvelling. Looking at something with great admiration or wonder. Example, marvelling at the vibrant street art. Belonging. A feeling of being accepted and part of a place or group. Example, a sense of belonging she hadn't expected. Intrigued. Very interested and curious. Example, the customer was intrigued. Budgeting. Managing your money carefully. Example, budgeting tips. Aspirations. Hopes and ambitions. Example, sharing her budding travel aspirations. Springboard. Something that helps you start or achieve something else. Example, the city felt like a springboard to her future. Additional notes. Cobbled street. A street with a surface made of small round stones. Example, a charming cobbled street. Beach huts. Small, colourful sheds on a beach used for changing clothes or storing belongings. Example, the bustling beach filled with colourful beach huts. Backpacking. Travelling with a backpack, typically for a long period and on a budget. Example, backtrapping trip across Southeast Asia. Travel blog. A website or online journal written by someone who travels. Example, Lina's City Escapes. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by desgo.com AI. Please check out my new blog at www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.